Thank you for tuning in to this month's special edition of Thoughtful Thursday with co-host Ryer. Welcome back. I'm Loretta, and thank you for tuning in to our special edition of Peace in a Pod called Thoughtful Thursday with my dear friend Ryer. So most of you know from some previous episodes that I have been dealing with a very difficult supervisor, and the energy that I get from her, and keep in mind that I work remotely, so I've never met this woman in person. We've never turned our cameras on and saw each other on Teams. This is all through the internet, all online. And the energy that she gives off is a very selfish energy. She is all about her getting to the top, her looking good, and the worker bees just busting our tail to make sure she stays in that position, if not help her progress even higher. And the way that she is toward me is very exhausting. It's very exhausting, draining, and toxic. And I feel like she brings a side of me out that I honestly didn't even know was in there, to be honest. No, I'm serious, because the way that she makes me feel is just like I feel like the Hulk.
Yeah.
When he changes, yeah, that's exactly how I feel when I engage with her. Well, I used to feel. I've gotten to the point now where I don't allow her to get that reaction out of me. But what I was getting at with this story is we have to be careful who we allow around us and our energy.
Mm-hmm. Protect your energy by all means necessary. Controlling how you react to things could really turn around a situation, or a situation probably wouldn't even be what it was if you changed your reaction. Now, I'm not saying that these things are easy, because these things take practice. But one, if you recognize what your triggers could be and the potential of someone triggering you, that just shows how should I look at the way that I respond to certain things. I kind of deal with the same thing at work. I have, I don't see these people. I only hear from them, via Teams or, chat, or however that goes. But the energy radiates through the screen, and it gives me an overwhelming feeling, because how do I feel such a feeling of overwhelmness and I don't even see
you? Yeah.
I don't.
This is new for both of us.
Oh my gosh.
And it is surprising how someone's energy can affect you when you're not even in the same physical presence of each other.
Yeah. I think it's like really undeniable too. Like when there's just bad energy, like like you feel it, especially when you're aligned the way that you should be, and you have like this moral code with things, or you handle or approach situations in a certain manner. When someone else doesn't align with that, like what it means when someone has negative energy, because I may hold it in things, but I don't hold negative energy. Mm-hmm. So to pick up on somebody else is just kind of like, oh, this is radiating through the laptop. Like they're giving me attitude. Mm-hmm. And sometimes I want to give it right back. And sometimes I'm like, you know what? I don't even see you guys, and you're miserable. Yeah. So, you have to like try to come up with a different approach, and like give yourself like a pep talk, because you have to recognize that not everybody is you, or thinks the same, or react the same way that you do. So you're navigating different personalities all the time, different people that are in different stages of their life and dealing with different things. Mm-hmm. And once you recognize that people are only people, you have a better control on how you act as a person.
Right.
Yeah.
And we're not saying allow anyone to disrespect you in any way. Always stand up for yourself.
Yes.
And let them know that they cannot speak to you in a disrespectful manner.
Yes.
We're saying just protect your energy, yourself, from those type of people, so that you not, in turn don't become like them.
Yeah.
You want to stay upbeat, stay positive, and keep doing the good things that you do, and don't allow them to create that energy within you.
Yeah, for those who have like are working on their temper, we have to quit trying to one up the other person who made us feel a particular
Yeah,
way.
yeah.
Like you hurt me, so in exchange, I'm not going to hurt you equally, right? I'm going to hurt you beyond how you hurt me, or I'm going to afflict you beyond how you afflicted me, so you can know how I feel and some. We have to learn how to control those areas of our life because one, we we probably are identifying ourselves in a certain manner, like I'm this person and I'm that person. How much of you are a good person and the person that protects their energy if you decide you want to one up somebody? Like that's something that you have to carry on because one, these were thoughts before they were action. So you are allowing this thing to be a breeding ground. Oftentimes when we're trying to one up somebody, it's very much strategic, okay? Because I can hit you where it hurt, like you afflict me, I afflict you, like right back. But to really make you feel it, I have to ponder on this thing. So are you really this person that has this good energy, or are you trying to use the energy that you can't control to harm other people?
Some people have hidden agendas to take advantage of you. So you just have to be careful who you surround yourself. And I mean, most of our daily life is spent online throughout our work day. So it's not until after work, if we decide to go somewhere, and go hang out or whatever, that now we don't know who we're around in that environment. Because yeah, we could be with our friends, but there's other people in the room that we don't know, and you don't know what kind of energy could be waiting when you walk through that door. So just in general, protecting your energy from people you don't know, even the people you do know, because not everyone has your best interest at heart. And then you have others who may not even know that they're draining you. They could be going through something and then they're projecting that on you and may not be intentional.
Speak up. Like you really have to speak up because I am a victim of that. Not because I don't have like great relationships with the person who so happened to drain my energy, in certain situations, but sometimes not allowing yourself those boundaries, and not allowing yourself the time to feel whatever you need to feel in your own life and being readily available to people who can, basically drain your energy without intention. Speak up. Yeah. Say that you aren't available. Say that right now I would like to help you, but I can't, or I'm not available emotionally to assist you with those things. I think that, if someone drains your energy in those manners and you never say anything, you just start to harbor this resentment towards them because you made me feel some type of way in the midst of you going through something because you didn't have consideration of me to think that what if this person is going through something? Yeah. Speak up. Yeah. Speak up. That and I will say I can give a million examples of that, of me not being vocal about my availability. When it makes me think even more, not only protecting your energy that you have against other people, but also the ones who unintentionally mess with your energy. You have to understand that sometimes conversations need to be pushed in a certain direction because, just say for example, someone calls you and they're talking about a particular person all the time. Now all of a sudden I harbor the same energy that you have towards this person to the other person.
They transferred the energies to you. Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one thing that I have to learn to be aware of too. Like,
and when that happens, we have to first, we want to try to prevent it from happening.
Yeah.
But if it happens, we want to try to dump that energy, release that energy so that it no longer is attached to us. And that's where we get into the whole meditating, the self-care, just ways to alleviate that energy out of us. Because we definitely don't want to walk around feeling charged up because someone else dropped everything on us.
Yeah, like that doesn't even have anything to do with me. Now people that I never even had a feeling towards, I have a negative feeling towards
Yeah,
them because
yeah.
I've heard it so much. I've, I felt your pain so much that I felt your anger, and all the feelings that you have towards these situations. So speak up, guys. Don't let it just go on. You have to speak up. You have to.
Yeah, yeah. So one thing I've learned is that not everyone that you meet is meant to be in your life forever. I used to always say that some people are brought into your life for a season, a reason, or a lifetime. And we don't know which one those individuals are going to be. So we have to be careful of the energy that we allow ourselves to receive and the energy that we put out. Some people are only brought into our life to help us grow as individuals, and they're not meant to be a part of our life long term. There's something that we need to gain from that experience, that interaction with them, in order to help us be a better version of ourselves.
It's pretty much up to you to use the information that you got the based off of the relationship, just based off the experiences on how you're going to proceed forward or how you've taken this lesson and applied it to your life. I think that another thing too, people being in your life for a season of things, we have to, I guess, like get to a place where we know when to let go, whatever this thing is going to be, because whatever you decision you make, if this person has been brought into your life to progress you, like to put you to the next level, and you keep them, is it hindering your walk or wherever you're supposed to be going or whatever goal that you're supposed to reach? So knowing and understanding, and one, I think that what will probably help with things like that when people are attached to things that no longer serve them is to take a look at what really serves you and not, basing it on like a false fulfillment of things. Like sometimes people just come around for the time and then you learn from those things, whether good or bad, and you proceed on. And if they no longer serve you, you proceed on. But if you stay, you create the cycle of things like, negativity or.
Yeah, and that makes me think about like when two people who aren't meant for each other get in a relationship and things don't work out, but then there's one person who just don't want to move on. Let's just say, for example, the other person wasn't faithful.
Yeah.
They keep forgiving them and try to keep continuing with the relationship. The other person continues to cheat, and instead of them just releasing that person because they know that they're not good for them. They're being mistreated. They're not getting what they deserve. They keep allowing that bad energy from that person to be a part of their life when there are signs that are telling them this person isn't for you. But they just don't want to let it go.
Doing more damage than it is good.
So I do feel like we will get hints of signs and awareness like, hey, this is not right for you. If there's some kind of conflict or something with an individual, it may be, a small hint there that there might be a chance that this person,
like this one lesson has turned into a whole nother lesson because you chose not to let go.
Right. So I think sometimes things do progress between the individuals because the lesson wasn't picked up on.
Yeah.
And then it gets to a point where it's just like no turning back.
Yeah.
This friendship or this relationship is done.
Yeah.
Like you've done too much. And I think it's only because the signs that were there, they chose to ignore them. Remember, your glow is completely different when you have people around you that you can trust, who are honest with you, kind, empathetic, genuine, and real. Let people be who they want to be, then decide if you want them in your life.
Expect people to be exactly who they are. We oftentimes set expectations on people believing that, or being let down when they don't meet those expectations. Expect people to be exactly who they are, and you will learn to be more accepting of people and the responses that you may get.
Thank you again for tuning in to Peace in a Pod, special edition called Thoughtful Thursday. with co-host Ryer. I'm Loretta, and we'll catch you next time. Thanks again for tuning in to Peace in the Pod. If you enjoyed this episode, please like, follow, or subscribe. And also, if you know someone else that would enjoy it, please share it with them. Thanks for tuning in. Bye-bye. Thanks again for tuning in to Thoughtful Thursday. I'm Loretta.
And I'm Ryer.
And we will catch you guys next time. Bye.
And that is food for thought.